Recently, my family lost our dog, Padre. He was a rescue black lab mix that I'd had since I was a little kid. It was a very sad day for all of us, but what got me through it was playing the guitar. As the vet took him away, I played a folk song called Will the Circle Be Unbroken, which is about losing a loved one. It was very comforting, and it gave me and my family a way to bond and reflect over all the good times we had with our dog. I'm Wyatt Murphy-Kangas, and I've been playing the guitar for about 4 years now. I also play in a band with my friends, and in addition to the guitar, I've learned how to play to some extent the bass guitar, the banjo, and the harmonica. And in addition to my own experience, I've done research on the proven benefits of playing an instrument. Many people today are lacking healthy ways to spend their time and to deal with the hard parts of life, as my family had to do. And an aspect of this is that we spend too much time on our screens. According to a report from the data analytics app Annie, in 2020 we spent on average 4 hours on our phones. And that's not even including the time spent on TVs and computers and things like that. And screen time has been going up dramatically over the years. According to a 2016 report from the Brookings Institute, shows how the gap between screen time and social leisure time has been widening steadily in the 21st century, which means that we're spending more and more time on our screens and less time doing things like socializing, playing sports, reading. And the pandemic has also contributed to this, making screen time go higher than it has ever been before. Many of us have transitioned to working and or doing school completely online, which entails many hours of looking at a screen per day. Although this is not all bad, it's a lot better than not having to be able to go to school or work at all. I think we've all had days where it feels overwhelming, the amount that we have to look at a screen. And in addition to this, many people have emotional hard times. More than 15 million American adults suffer from major depressive disorder, and 7% of US adults have social anxiety disorder. Those stats are from the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. And although these represent extreme ends of the spectrum, everybody has times where it's hard to cope emotionally. Another problem is that many people don't have hobbies which are good for them. And this is a problem that many people have faced this year, is not knowing what to do with your time. Without hobbies, we miss out on sources of entertainment and well-being. And many people focus primarily on developing their careers or their academics and have little energy and time left for anything else. And although those things are undoubtedly important, there's also a need to make time for hobbies and other activities that are going to be good for us in the long run. So we've seen how many people are spending too much time on their screens, struggling with emotional issues, as my family had, and might not have very many hobbies. And learning a musical instrument is a way to alleviate all these problems, and it's also a lot of fun. According to a 2011 study published in the International Journal for Music Education, music alleviates stress to a greater degree than other things that people did to relax. It's something about the combination of doing something with your hands and hearing the sound that it makes that really has quite an effect. And in a 2015 article published in UC Berkeley's Greater Good magazine by Jill Huddy, Doctor of Psychology, just listening to and playing music has the ability to increase empathy and connection within a group of people. So learning to play an instrument gives us the ability to do that, to foster better relationships in our own lives. And it also, playing an instrument has cognitive benefits. Joni Danny, chair of the Department of Neuroscience at Penn Medical School, says that playing an instrument, quote, engages every part of the central nervous system. So you might be thinking, what's so special about playing an instrument specifically? Aren't there other things that have positive benefits for us? Other hobbies? And this is fair, but I would say what's so special about playing an instrument is all the different facets of your life that playing an instrument will benefit. So it's good for your relationships and your social life. It's a benefit emotionally and for relieving stress. And it improves your cognitive skills and you're building your coordination. So it's unique in that it offers all those different benefits. According to the article, A Prescription for Music Lessons, published in the journal The Federal Practitioner in 2016, quote, therapeutic outcomes of playing music include better communication skills, improved emotional release, and decreased anxiety and agitation. Musical training promotes cognitive function, mental health, and a connection to others. So playing an instrument can help us relax and improve relationships, two things that were crucial during my family's sad time. Additionally, it keeps our brain sharp. So let's see how your life will improve once you start playing the instrument. It will give you a more fulfilling way to spend your downtime than scrolling or watching TV. Instead of filling those hours being a mindless consumer, it gives you the opportunity to create something and to use your mind as well as your body. And it can be fun to learn songs that have been some of your longtime favorites by your favorite artists. You'll start to hear music in a new way as you become better at your instrument. You'll think, how do I play that? How do they play that? So it improves the experience of listening to music as well. And in times of stress and anxiety, which are common for all of us these days, music can provide a kind of emotional pressure release valve. It can get you out of your head and provide some much needed mental clarity. And in social situations, music can be a great way to connect with people. Bringing an instrument to a party or some other social function can lead to conversations with other people who might play that instrument or other instruments, and those people tend to be pretty cool. Aside from playing an instrument is one of the best ways to lead a more fulfilling life. Without playing music, I think my quality of life would suffer noticeably. At the end of a long day, I look forward to sitting down with my guitar and playing for 20 or 30 minutes. It allows me to go to bed feeling calm and relaxed. It's also a big part of my social life, as I love to play music with my friends, so my relationships might not be as meaningful if I didn't play an instrument. So it'll help you spend time in better ways, and I hope you see by now from my story about my family and these stats that learning an instrument is a good idea, but that's only the first step. There's no denying it. It takes hard work and dedication, especially in the beginning when you're learning an instrument. A good place to start is just to try and play your instrument every day. It doesn't have to be a lot. I think a good goal is just to play it some, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes every day. And as you improve, it'll be less and less of something that you're dreading, or not dreading, but less of an obligation, and more of something that you look forward to. And lessons can be nice to have the one-on-one coaching, but they can get expensive fast, and I would say that they really aren't necessary. The single most valuable resource you have when learning an instrument is, believe it or not, YouTube. It's a great way to learn an instrument is to try and learn some of your favorite songs. Many of them probably just have a fairly simple structure, and you can search for that song on the internet, and chances are there will be somebody made a tutorial about that song. When I started playing guitar, after I'd learned a few basic chords, I wanted more than anything to play Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. It was definitely above my skill level, but I found a great YouTube video that broke it down note for note, and after weeks of practicing, I could stumble through the first minute and a half or so. And even though it might not have sounded amazing to an observer, it felt amazing to actually play that song that I loved. And as you progress past the beginning stage, the benefits only increase. You'll be able to go from memorizing and playing your favorite songs to starting to add your own flavor to them, improvising, and even writing and creating your own music. In this way, playing an instrument can also be a vehicle for creativity. One of the most rewarding things about playing an instrument is playing with other people. This seems daunting if you don't have much experience, but you don't have to be a pro to have fun making music with others. Two of my friends and I have been playing music about once a week for a year or so, and I always look forward to it. We don't do it to record or perform, it's just a fun thing to do together, playing our favorite songs and composing our own, not to mention the endless debating about the best band names. So, learning an instrument will keep your screen time in check. It will make you feel less stressed and more fulfilled, and it will improve your relationship with others. Aside from all that, it will be something that is always there for you, even when times are hardest. And so I'm going to play a little bit right now of that song, Will the Circle Be Unbroken?